has shared. Double tap, share, double tap, share, double tap, share. Njagala buli omu abeere ng'amanya nti tuli wano tuli mu kusoma. So, tugenda yisaawo essaala mangu. Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life. We thank you for the health. We thank you for the provision. We thank you for the happiness. We thank you for the loved ones. We thank you for the clients, the tenants. We thank you for the employees. We thank you for the suppliers. We thank you for the leads and the prospects. We thank you for the money and the value it carries. We thank you for the business partners you've given us all through. We thank you for the opportunities that come aplenty. We thank you for all the people who wish us well. We also thank you for the people who keep pulling us down, because when they pull us down, they give us a chance to fight to go up. We thank you for all the good things, the success you've presented to us thus far. Yesterday was a successful ladies' convention, dear Lord, and you made it possible. 11th April will be more fire. 11th April will be more fire. We would want provision in wealth such that we can pay the fee. We would want health, the whole entire body health, such that we can attend. But we want provisions in our businesses such that our businesses grow, blossom, flourish, and they meet the needs of our clients. We want to be bingwa wa mabingwa. We want to be the people everyone looks up to and is mentored and is appreciative of the services and the problems we've solved and resolved and helped in the society. We pray all this through Jesus' mighty name. Gamba amina tutambule. Gamba amina tutambule. Amina ejje n'ekibuuzo. Remember, this is the only time you can ask a question free of charge. Leero lwosobola okubuuza ekibuuzo nenkuwa ansa ku bwereere. Kasitoga nti oyagala kujja ombuuza ekibuuzo live, munange awo ng'osasula eddakiika ya $1,000. All right. So like I said, today we shall be having a special guest in a gentleman called Dickson Mushabe. Dickson Mushabe is a businessman, is an IT guru, but also is an author. He wrote a very interesting book called I'm Not Sorry for My Mistakes. He wrote another interesting book. He called it 31 Keys to Start Your Business. He also wrote Dear Startup. He has written so far 3 books. It's called Dickson Mushabe. I'll be bringing him very soon. I think he's watching and he's online. But I want you to share. These are very few shares for me to even bring Dickson. Tesla Herald on YouTube. How are you, Sir El Professor? How much do I need to have as my emergency fund if my salary is 800K? So usually if your salary is 800K, when your emergencies hit you, what are your emergencies like? Are your emergencies like medical? Are your emergencies like, what are your emergencies like such that we can estimate? What are your emergencies like? Because what I want you to know is if your salary is 800K, you could put aside 50K. You could put aside, because if you save 10% is 80K, but that is saving towards a goal to grow that money. You could start putting aside 50K or 40K for emergencies, such that every after 3 months you have like 120K for emergencies. But I need to know what your emergencies are. Okay, so we have started with how can we have 25 shares only when we have more than 1,000 people? Can I grow wealth by building a bond of 100K per month because I'm on 800K monthly. Now, I'm struggling with you growing wealth because when you have 800K as salary, the question is, when you start buying a bond of 100K, a bond of 100K per month, on average, it will make you 1,000 shillings a month. On average, 1,000 shillings. Even if it made 2,000 shillings, 2,000 shillings a month. Think about it. How much is it? Is it a year? The actual goal should be that if you want to grow this money, you must put it into a venture where you're buying and selling something. A person who has invested in a small business where they can go and start up a stall to sell vegetables might grow this money faster than you, such that they might grow this money faster than you. Because think about it, a person who has chosen to go and put money in a stall, whether it's a chapati stall, whether it's a vegetable stall, whether it's a fruit stall, whether it's a charcoal stall, whether it's a matoke stall, he's in queue to grow this money than actually you who is going into treasury bills and bonds. Because the idea is they will make you very little money at the end of the month. You ask yourself, 100,000 per month put in a bond has a chance of giving you 1,000 shillings. 1,000 shillings a month. What will we do with 1,000 shillings? Where is my... Okay. All right. Cleve is saying, Professor, can someone's net worth be richer than the country's budget? I think it is really a tough one because it is so hard to find people who have more money than their countries. It was once in the US when the wealthy man called John D. Rockefeller had to lend the US government in the early days of, I think US was in a depression, and the wealthy man called John D. Rockefeller had to lend money to the US government. But it's usually so hard to find. It's usually so hard to find an individual who has a net worth that can beat his country's budget. But if you try to compare that wealthy individual now with another country, for example, if you go and look out for the richest men in US, they have a net worth which would now come and compete with budgets of different countries by far. But in their country, it would be hard to beat your own country. All right. I see very few shares. Kenya Good Transports, how are you? Live from Kenya. City Lights Uganda says, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Newton. What's the trick of getting corporate client leads? Corporate client leads, like industries, etc. What's the trick of getting corporate clients? The trick of getting corporate clients is to attend events corporate companies organize. When a corporate company organizes an event, it calls all other corporations. So when you happen to be there, then you are in the circle. You go with your business cards, professionally dressed, get to know what you can sell to them as a value proposition. My brother Dixon, I think if you're online, send me a request. Send me a request such that I can invite you. My brother Dixon, send me a request such that I can invite you. So City Lights Uganda, if you want corporate clients, you could actually go to that particular company, but the idea is to target when that particular company has organized an event, and then you come to that particular event. Maraka is saying, Professor, kindly advise about someone who is tired of a chair without any achievement. It depends. Boba oli kucheyo. If you're making money in the diaspora and you're tired of being in a foreign country, let's say you left Uganda, you went to the Gulf. You left Uganda, you went to Europe. You left Uganda, you went to North America. Love. Light. But also I need soakings. So, if you are tired, then it means you need to start planning to organize money that will help you start up when you get back. Otherwise, if you just leave where you are in the diaspora and you just come back to Uganda, you'll be surprised that Uganda has its own expenditure, because Uganda will require you to feed, to transport yourself, and where to stay. So the basics: food, shelter, clothing, transport. Food, shelter, clothing, transport. Those are requirements when you get back to Uganda. So if you do not have some money to start up maybe a simple business, but also while looking after yourself, will struggle, and you'll find yourself choosing to go back for jail. Because I want to promise you, I cannot tell you that we have jobs in Uganda. Uganda operates on Matthew 24. Let me read for you what is happening in Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Is it Matthew 24 or Luke? Let me see. Just a moment. Just a moment, please. Let me look for a verse here that can help us realize how Uganda operates. All right, it's Luke 24. So, in Luke 24, verse 5. Luke 24, verse 5. Jesus was in the tomb, and ladies went to see Jesus when they had told them that he was in the tomb. So verse 24 says, very early on Sunday morning, the women went to the tomb carrying spices they had prepared. They found the stone rolled away from the entrance to the tomb. So they went in, but did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. They stood there puzzled about this, when suddenly two men in bright shining clothes stood by them. Full of fear, the women bowed down to the ground as the men said to them, this is what is important, why are you looking among the dead for one who is alive? So when I read this verse, I connect it to Uganda, and I say that looking for a job in Uganda is akin. It is the same as, it is the same way these women went to look for Jesus in the tomb, yet he had already risen. I cannot promise you that we have jobs in Uganda. So if you leave Cheyo, if you leave the work you've been doing in the diaspora and you choose to come back to Uganda, be rest assured that the thing of writing CVs will be look 24/5, looking for the living among the dead. All right. Okay. You're not double tapping the screen. We need more hearts on the screen such that the algorithm moves the show to call in more people. We also need more sharing as you ask the question. All right. User is saying, should government control how much money people can earn and why? Should government control? I am not of the government in Uganda has ensured that we have what we call a free market economy. Unless you're talking about what we would call the minimum wage, where the government tries to come and say, in Uganda, let's have a minimum wage. But in any case, we do not have, our economy has not grown to a level where the government can come to, they can set a law, but they would struggle to implement because of the way Uganda is set up. Those things of minimum wage work perfectly when you go to countries, when you go to countries like in Europe. That's when you can have the government be able to control how much people can earn. But I thought people would be okay. Claire, they're saying you have watched this live for 400 minutes. You're the best, Claire. So Baram is saying, how will the business world be affected by Israel and Iran wars? The effect is already pronounced and profound, because as you can see, people who go to Dubai, they have disrupted transport for people who go to Dubai. You know that Dubai is a business hub. So people who go to that port to bring things, they can't move. War is a very bad thing in my view. War is a bad thing because, like it or not, innocent lives always, we lose innocent people in any war. That's why I've never been an advocate of any war. So how will the business world be affected? The business world is already affected. Just look at when they tell you that the airport transport, the airplanes are not moving. So someone is saying, Professor, can I know your location, please? Kabaka Ivan Thuman. My location where? Office? So my office is on Budu House. But because we are not in the business of walk-in clients, our door is always locked until we know that someone has booked an appointment. They only open our office when someone has booked an appointment. So if you want to be a client of House of Wealth, you just have to make sure that you book an appointment at 10,000 per minute. So you choose the number of minutes you want to meet me for. If you want to meet me for 30 minutes, that's 300,000 Ugandan shillings. If you want to meet me for 45 minutes, that's 450,000 Ugandan shillings. And the friends who have already booked an hour is 600,000 Ugandan shillings. So those people who book an appointment, they usually pay. So they pay via the mobile money, and then my secretary will open for you at the agreed day and time. Otherwise, very many people ask me, where are you located? My office is on Budu House, but it's never, even if someone came and knocked 100 times, we never open the office as long as we realize that we do not have a booking at the time someone has knocked. That's also on the side. So you can go ahead and book your appointment on 0706 582 868. All right. Professor Ronnie, how are you? I see you on the live. How is the US? I wonder whether you saw the video where I was thanking you for teaching the people. Professor Ronnie, kudos and much respect to you. Chibwana, 20 million investing it in going to Cheyo, Canada. Before you invest money in going, I think you need to I know very many cases where people have put in a lot of money to go to Canada and actually didn't go as expected and they lost the money. The only scheme I would agree with is when someone says that for me, I work on everything such that you only pay when everything you maybe you pay full percentage. If it's like 20 million and it tells you you will invest maybe 2 million and maybe you pay the 18 when everything is ready. I think that's a business model I can agree with. But I've realized that very many people get the 20 million, give it to this individual. So this individual tries and tries and tries because these countries have a system of how they can allow immigrants. No particular individual can take you to Canada. No particular individual can take you to the US. No particular individual has the power to take you to the UK. They also must apply and run through a system. So it's in the powers of the immigration department of that particular country. So if you put in 20 million, you hand the money to this person, he also goes and tries for you, then he fails. It's so devastating because usually the 20 million, you borrowed it, you sold your land, you sold your car. I know very many cases where people are at police, people are going to court to look out for this money which they used to invest and they were not able to go. So as an investor, make sure you can strategize and you do a lot of due diligence on the individual who is trying to take you to any country. Professor, this is a question from Isaac Klops. Professor, can you please explain to me about forex trading, crypto trading, and on how one earns? I will say it today. I don't do forex trading. I don't do crypto trading. There are very many people who have tried to use my TikTok name to create a page where they come to your inbox and they start telling you that there is an opportunity to invest in crypto. I want to say it today. I, Newton BUTERABA, le professeur, I have never and I will never invest in crypto. I will also never, and I have never invested in forex trading. They are not my cup of tea. They are not means I personally can opine on. For that reason, I never even teach them. I never bother to learn better about them. I never bother to teach them, and that's just me. So Isaac Klops, Hyper Fashion, I'm sorry. Because if I started teaching crypto, then the other fake account, which tells people that I have an opportunity for you for crypto trading, it will misguide people by asking them for money. So I don't do crypto, despite the fact that I am among the very, very few. I was the first Ugandan lecturer to lecture cryptography at a master's level in the #1 university in Africa. Did you get that? I was the first Ugandan to teach cryptography. So because I taught cryptography, I know how cryptocurrencies operate, the semantics they use at the back, but I do not do them for business. Never will I, never have I. My things are very simple. I'm into business development, public speaking, real estate, land, properties. If those do not give me all the money I want in the world, then I should die. Those are the things I do. Those are the things I engage in. The rest of the businesses, I advise accordingly. All right. Waswa Hassan shared the live with more than 10 friends. Waswa Hassan, I want to appreciate you. There is a gentleman whom I met at Cafe Java's. Professor, I'm in the US. I have a question I can only air out verbally. Okay. Send me an invite and I add you here too. But what's your name? I do not see your name. I only see Utopia. How can I find you? Send me a request. I'm waiting. Love, what's Dixon's? I'm trying to see whether Dixon has sent me a request because I want to add him. I want to add him such that I am able to. I want to add him such that I am able to answer questions with him. Love. Dixon's account is. Do you know Dixon's account? Dixon Mushabe. Dixon, please, if you're watching, send me. Okay. So this person who says is the US, but I have a specific question I can only air out verbally. Please go ahead and send me. Professor, LDC is really hectic and expensive. Tell me about it. Yes, LDC is very expensive. LDC is very expensive. I remember spending over 100,000 a week just on books, material. I used to print all the cases they send. I used to buy all the laws they sent. So material alone used to take that amount of money from me on average. Now you add driving every day, because I wasn't working for a full year, so I was driving from home to LDC every single day. So fuel, food, the notes, and the opportunity cost of not working. LDC is expensive. That's why as a lawyer, it is so hard for me to do things free of charge, even though I haven't graduated at LDC, even though I haven't yet received my practicing certificate. The moment someone mentions a problem and it regards law, there will be a charge. If they do not want to pay, I do not bother the brain. So boy child, I wish you all the best at LDC. John Jones says, what's up? Dixon, for us we print notes and sleep hungry. So John Paul Gumikiriza, thank you very much for sharing the live. Thank you very much for everyone who has shared the live. Let me go to YouTube and also get a question. El Professeur, I have this habit of changing my money to Kenyan currency so that I may not spend it anyhow. Sometimes my money gains value, sometimes not. I think that's a good thing, because I also keep some euros with me just to maintain, because euros for some good time a euro has been a stable currency. So I think it helps you. In when we were in secondary school, I used to have a friend who was called Juma. For him, he used to tear. His way of keeping money was to tear it in two pieces, such that when he looks for sellotape and fails to find sellotape, it saves him from spending the money. People have different habits. Can you imagine someone tearing money? It's even illegal. Bank of Uganda wouldn't allow you to do that. Professor, how can you advise a person who would like to join MLM company? What's MLM? Pasikozi, what's MLM? Please let me know. Okay. Olinga Emmanuel, Professor, please talk about fuel station business with one pump. I hope your fuel station business is by the roadside, because we are used to having petrol stations by the roadside. If petrol station is by the roadside, well and good. That is one. But fuel, you should know that the number one rule of fuel is to evaporate. So you must make sure that you protect the fuel as it comes, as it's put in the tank, as it's being pumped out to be sold. Then you need a system that controls the fuel and the money. A system. You must be able to calculate what fuel did we buy, how much has evaporated, how much has stayed, how much have we sold. So I think you must be regularly checking the tank with those dipsticks. For the people who do not know, my auntie was the lady who started the Total petrol station Chiwatule. If you see Total Chiwatule, it was started up by my auntie. And my interaction with her, I got to know that petrol station business is really tough. Petrol station business is really tough. You need to have all eyes looking at how much fuel have they brought, how much is in the tank, what is in the dipstick reading, what do we have in the books. But also bring in other services. The fuel attracts cars. Which one is that? But I do not. Let me see. Dixon Mushabe. Hey, he's here. Let me accept it. Is connecting. So, my brother, Dixon, can you hear me? Hello, Dixon. Is he muted? Dixon. My brother, can you hear me? I can't hear you my side. I don't know why I can't hear you. Are you still muted? Lwaki wanasimulira. Dixon. Okay, let me see. It's me. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Nze wano simulira. I hear you both. Oh, volume yange like when eri wansi Dickson ompulira kati. Nice to meet you, my brother.
Nice to meet you too.
My volume has been down. I was wondering what kind of Ephesians 6 are we relating with? So I want you to first tell me, Dickson, how many books on business have you written so far?
I've written. Well, thank you for inviting me to this to this live. And
yes.
Thank you for the great work you're doing. For those who are just joining, I'm Dickson Mushabe. I'm a street bred because I've gone through Wandigia, I've gone through Kampala Road, and I'm where I am because of the bruises on the streets.
The struggles from the streets.
The struggles from the streets, yeah. So,
yes.
But I'm glad I'm able to share my experience. So I started business when I was at university.
Okay.
Made so many mistakes in one year.
Yes.
Made so much money then. I wish there were shows like this. I would be a billionaire.
Yes.
So but back to your question. I've written 3 books.
Okay.
One is I'm not sorry for my mistakes. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, that one I can see. Raise it a bit up.
I'm not sorry for my mistakes.
That's the one you wrote during campus days, or after?
Yeah, no, after campus. I wrote in 2015.
Okay.
2015 is when I wrote it. Yeah.
Okay.
Then the second one is 31 keys to restart your business.
Okay.
The third one is Dear Startup.
Can you run me through Dear?
Yes.
Which is the most recent? Dear Startup is the most recent.
Dear Startup
is the most recent.
Yes, but I would rather this has the scars and the bruises.
That has
anyone starting.
Hey.
I'm not sorry for my mistakes.
Okay. So
it has all the mistakes, yes.
Okay, so I would like to thank you for accepting to join us live. What we are going to be doing, we are going to be reading questions here, and then me and Dickson, we shall be giving you our opinions and the answers to your questions. Because Dickson, as my brother has told you, he has been doing business for a very long time. He has authored books, he has been doing business, he's also an IT guru. So he knows how to fight on the street. He knows how to look for the back. So let me see a question here. I have just arrived. I'm not sure if the topic, kindly help me talk about MTN shares of 2026. What do you want us to talk about shares of 2026? Maybe you could elaborate more, the person who is asking the question. Let me look for
Newton.
Yes.
There is. I was listening in.
Okay.
And there is someone who asked the question that how can I attract big clients?
Corporate. Yes. You can actually start with that.
How can I attract big and corporate clients? You cannot go in slippers, in sandals, to a corporate office, hoping to attract corporate clients.
Absolutely.
So you cannot go with unkempt
hair.
With unkempt hair, with shirts which are not ironed.
Yes.
To go and attract a big client, and those are the simplest of things.
Appearance.
So for appearance, for starters, how do you appear? Are you the guy who's going to appear at the reception and they ask you, do you have an appointment? You know, sometimes, by the way, asking you whether you have an appointment, that doesn't mean it's a company policy. Sometimes it's not company policy.
It's a security question.
Yeah. They look at you and they are like, this guy, the way he looks, I don't think he can have an appointment with the MD. So they first ask you.
Absolutely.
Are you an appointment? So for starters, the way you appear will enable you go into an office of an MD, or the secretary will allow you to go and see the MD. So it will give you it will give you entrance.
I want to give
an acceptance. Yes.
I want to give a testimony just directly on that. Every time I dress, I make first of all, the very first thing, like you've mentioned, appearance. On the day you want to go and meet these big people, you have to make sure that after showering, you use your deodorant, you brush well, you have your kempt hair, you dress up well, very pressed clothing, shoes. That on that day, you don't have to make sure that the shoes have any dirt. When you turn up, they either look at you as the big boss or someone who is big, that they are the ones to say, are you here to see the boss?
Yes.
So appearance is so key, but these are the small things people, I think they undermine, and they just turn up smelling the way they want, looking the way they want, and then they think that the other people will be in wanting the business. But I want to thank you for that. You can go ahead.
A guy who is dressed well, who is smart, but does fake work, will get audience with the MD, and they will still go and do fake work.
Absolutely.
While you, who has the most impressive and nice work, you want to get address, or you want to get to see the big man. I have an example, and even I lost it about 16 years ago. Actually, I celebrate an anniversary every year.
Okay.
Because I lost a business for designing someone's website because I went with a dirty laptop.
Wow. You just stand up with your laptop. Rolex. Eriko juice buyiseko eseke bali.
The screen is all dusty.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is someone had already recommended me. You know how you can do someone's work?
Yes.
I had done someone's website, and they had recommended me to someone that, Dixon did my website, I did it well. So please, he can do yours.
Give him the business.
It was a done deal.
Yes.
It was a done deal. It was a referral business.
Yes.
I had it in my hands.
Yes.
So it so happens that the NGO was in Makere staff quarters.
Okay.
Of course, I walked through one day, I reached, I was all sweating with how I was looking.
Yes.
But when I opened the laptop like this, the lady got a serviette and cleaned my laptop. I knew business had gone.
Yes.
And I think she even wondered that this guy even shower. If you can have his dirty laptop, we didn't even shower. So back to the question. For you to attract big clients,
yes,
you must appear big. You
True.
must appear smart.
Let me tell you something. I have friends who are into supplies. So recently I was telling, they asked me why they saw my S-Class, and I told them that actually, because of the Kampala roads and the borders and the potholes, this country was not designed for us to drive the high-end Mercedes cars. But that car, I know that I just get it out when I'm going for the deal. Because when I come for a deal and I say, those friends of mine are into supplies, and they were telling me that they lost a 2 billion procurement deal because after they finished presentation, the procurement manager and some other individual, I think in finance, pretended that they were seeing them off and followed them to the parking.
Thank you.
And then they saw them. I think one was in a Wish and another in a Golf. And then they said, "Bano basajja tebali serious." And you realize that the work you're going to do has nothing to do with the car, but the impression, the impression matters. That's why you see when people are going to present, they know that when the boss tries to follow you to the parking, he's not actually being kind to see you off.
No.
When you come and you say boda, ngabaga yajidde 2,000 adiddeyo 2,000 ayagala $1,500,000. We can't give this man this money. So you need to come when you are ready, knowing that we are human beings, and seeing is the biggest sense that influences human beings. They want to see. They want to see. Someone is asking, let me see a question. So Oduru Martin is on YouTube and is asking, you talked about cash flow. I tried it, but when I pay debts of fuel, must I record it as cash out or I record it in another book? Dixon, what's your experience with record keeping?
My experience with record keeping,
yes,
and this is recent. There's a company I started some time back. I didn't do much work with it. Recently, I went to area. I said I want to close it.
Okay.
I said I want to close it because it never did any work, but had registered for VAT.
Okay.
So they said, give us some documentation, show that you did no work, show that you did, or if you spend something small, what did you spend on, so that we see that there was. Because I did nothing, I never even bothered about it. So I never had any record.
Any record.
So I'll have to pay. I'll have to pay the penalty because I cannot defend anything. So let me go to the question of record keeping.
Yes.
You know, it is something. It's so slippery. It is so slippery. It is so slippery. And now even with mobile money, it is so slippery. It is so quick. You spend. At the end of the day, we had 3 million, 1 million, and it has all gone. But you do not know. And you know, the discipline of recording in time. Because
as
when
it
the
happens.
day passes by, and it happens because the day when a day or 2 days pass by, 3 days pass by,
the mind forgets.
You even don't remember the reason why you did what. So what I do, if I have over pocket exchanges, the payments, I forward the screenshots of the man I've sent to someone to quickly do what?
To record.
You know, I've spent some amount of money, please record it. When I come to office, ask me, who did you pay?
At least they have a starting point of money out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's and even it could be my personal expense or whatever expense it is, or it could be a reimbursement I want from the company because I've spent it doing company work. So the trick is in recording in time.
Recording in time.
As it happens.
Let me tell you a story about record keeping. You know, these days, URA just comes and finds your business, and then they do some questions. They ask you how long have you been around. They have done their background research. Then they realize your business has been around for, let's say, 3 years.
Yes.
And they ask you, can we see how much you've been spending or earning in the 3 years? You don't have any form of record. Now, according to the law, the revenue, the tax body can say, I think this business has been earning a lot of money because we see very many people in this shop. Yes. So for them, when they do the assessment, they say, okay, if they have very many people who are lined up in this shop and every person has spent in this shop this much, I think these people make 1 million in sales per day, which is 30 million in sales a month, which is when you run it for a year, it is almost 400 million. And they say if they earned 400 million in sales, perhaps they made 200 million in profit. Then the tax of 30% is like, let's say, if they have earned 200 million in profit, then tax of 30% is 60. If this shop has been around for 5 years, 60, 300 million. Then they say, can you please pay us tax of 300 million as an assessment? If you do not have records to show that you did not make 300 million or make the money they were estimating, they cannot go below 300 million.
Yes.
So it is important to record if you're in, however the business, even if the business is so small, you showcase that this is what we pay for rent, this is what we pay for salaries, this is what we pay for utilities, this is what we pay for garbage, and this is the amount that stays when you have it on record, such that when the taxman tries to overbill you for the missed taxes, you are able to defend using records. Using records. And also, Dixon, you've mentioned something which I've loved. When you say that you take a screenshot immediately and you send it immediately, such that when you return to office, you ask, they ask you what the money was for.
They ask me.
But at least the money, in the instant, in that particular instance, in real time, you sent that record. I taught people about a verse in the Bible here, which I'm looking for. It's Mark 5. Let me look for it. Mark 5:20. Mark 5:25. So Mark 5:25 is interesting. It says, there was a woman who had suffered terribly from severe bleeding for 12 years. Even though she had been treated by many doctors, she had spent all her money, but instead of getting better, she got worse all the time. She had heard about Jesus, so she came in the crowd behind him, saying to herself, if I just touch his clothes, I will get well. She touched his cloak, and her bleeding stopped at once. And she had the feeling inside herself that she was healed of her trouble. Now, this is the message which you've shared, and it relates with this verse in verse 30. At once, Jesus knew that power had gone out of him, so he turned around in the crowd and asked, who touched my clothes? So Peter told Jesus, you see, the people are crowding you. Why do you ask who touched you? And Jesus said, but Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. The message is, Jesus said that he felt power, his power leave him. And he immediately asked, who touched me? He did not wait for a day, for the evening, for 2 days, for a week, for a month. Immediately he asked, who touched me? I felt my power leave. So business people, we cannot be there and someone touches the drawer, opens the drawer, touches the money, and we do not ask who touched the drawer.
Who touched the drawer?
You go to a store, people have a lot of stock. People steal stock from your store. You come and you see things missing, but you do not ask who touched the business, who touched the stock. So we must go into a habit where where we ask who touched the shelves, who touched the money, who touched the goods, who touched my car.
Yes. Yes.
That's why it is so important to keep that record, and you get to know that you balance it. Dixon, I told people,
okay?
I told people that banks have the most money.
Yes.
But bank tellers do not leave the bank until the money balances.
The balances. Yes.
So why would a bank which has $1 trillion shilling in assets balance on a daily, but you a simple shop, a few kilos of sugar, a few kilos of salt, a few kilos of posho,
yes,
you go and sleep without balancing to know the items that have stayed, to know the money that has gotten. Over to you, Dixon.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You touched on stock, on who touched my stock.
Yes.
Let me tell you, people who are on this live. When someone touches your stock, they have taken your capital and profit.
Okay. Two things.
So they've taken two things. So that person who touches your stock is going to take it to the village quicker. At least someone would rather sell at a loss, you know.
And at least you know you did not make the profit, but you still have to buy more stock.
Yes, but your stock has gone with both your capital, your sweat, and your profit. So, and that is really
a danger.
And that's death of business. That's danger. Talking of banks that
balance every day
up to the dot. Entrepreneurs, we become too busy chasing things which don't matter.
Okay.
For business, we become too busy chasing, leaving the things which we already have our shop. It's already here.
Okay.
But we become busy chasing other things and not taking care of what we already have.
Okay.
Whereas if we took time to take care of what we already had, we would not lose our clients that we have because we would take care of them. We would thrive because all our effort and energy is invested in business and make sure that business actually thrives.
Okay.
What things about
that small leakage?
That small leakage. Let me even take it to another level.
Okay.
Do you see the petrol station? Do you see when they are fueling your car?
Yes.
And they remove the nozzle.
The nozzle.
There's a drop. Yes, there's a drop
of fuel.
Of fuel on the ground. The auditors look out for how many drops of fuel as you were pulling out the nozzle
from the pump.
From the pump.
Yes.
Because if every petrol station loses half a liter per day in the carelessness of pump attendants moving just that nozzle from the car
tank
engine to the pump.
Yes.
If you have 5 petrol stations and every day you lose 2 liters.
So 2 liters is 2 liters is 20,000. 5 petrol stations is 100,000 a day.
Yes. So exactly. So it's a huge loss. It's a very small drop. You can ignore it.
Yes.
You can easily ignore it, but that drop can actually kill a petrol station business.
I understand.
The entire of it. So to me and my advice that and of course not we are very perfect. We also make mistakes. But if you see a mistake which you've made before, and you've gotten your way around it, you tell people, I made this mistake. Please, for me, when I made it, I still had a chance to recover. But right now, the way the economy is, the way volatile the economy is, if you make the mistakes we made 10 years ago, you'll be parking in a month. So the reason I like such lives and talk shows and is so that the mistakes we made 15 years ago, 10 years ago,
these people don't have to make it. To make them, yes.
Have to make those mistakes. Yes. So I think that was on the point of if banks can if they can whatever, if they can balance, yes, they have a lot of money. Yes, it is the principle of that drop.
True.
Of petrol stations, because today it will be 1 million, tomorrow it will be 5 million.
True.
The other day, the bank will eventually collapse because those habits start small. So, and it's even people's money. Sometimes people's money. Yeah. So the bank, they don't want to start a habit which is going to kill the entire bank.
Someone on YouTube was saying, but the drop of fuel is on the client. And my answer is, the money you see on the machine is the money you see on the machine, I think, is actually an estimate. Isn't it so? For example, when they put in the figure, yes. UNBS tries to recalibrate the pump such that it is accurate. Otherwise, yes. A pump is yes. trying to estimate the fuel in liters to the amount of money that has been put there. So the pump attendant can actually be making losses with the pump, even though you've seen the money that has been used. So someone is saying, yes. Talk about the capacity building as a service for a consultancy firm. I've not understood that question very well when someone says, what do you think they are asking? They want capacity building as a service.
Talk about a service. Do they want to offer? Because maybe I can interpret it this way. Maybe they have a business of capacity building.
Yes.
And they want to offer it as a service. Maybe they want to come, but it's so generalized. I wish they could bring it home so that we
try to relate with it.
Yeah. Because we are going to beat around the bush trying to.
So he is saying that yes, we offer it as a service. I think he wants us to improve his ways of doing capacity building. They offer capacity building as a service. Now I think he's asking for ways we can help his consultancy improve capacity building. For me, what I would add before Dixon comes into that is because capacity building involves human beings, then it means your consultancy firm must have human resource who have actually seen it and they can build capacity. So you go into a business of bringing on board people who have seen it, people who are experienced, people who are actually technical, such that when you go to do capacity building as a service and you showcase your team. There was a time when we were at Enterprise Uganda and the World Bank came to give us work to go and train cooperative societies. And Enterprise Uganda showcased its team of trainers. Mr. Noah Wandera, Mr. Alan Sembajwe, Mr. Mukasa Ronald, then there was me, and all of us we had gone and done business, we had studied, we had experience. So I think when you're into consultancy and you're into offering capacity building, then you recruit capacity such that the capacity can go and build. But if you still have mediocre people in your team, when you go out and you do not have the Newtons, you do not have the Dixons, then the people you have will fail you. Remember, when you're building capacity and the other people do not show the capacity that has been built, then they won't hire you again. Over to you, Dixon.
All right. Thank you so much. It's it's also a case of a best builder having a very bad house. A best builder having a very bad house. If you want to build capacity, just know, like Newton said, you cannot give what you don't have. You can only give what you have.
Yes.
And if you go into the market, if it were me, I would first of all present myself as someone who is good at capacity building. That is one. But how? What's my brand? How is my brand? That is one. If I go to my social media pages, if I go to my website, if I go to website as a capacity building firm, do I see capacity? Do I see capacity? If I look at your profile, like Newton said, do I see capacity? Do I want to associate with you? If I go to, I mentioned the social media pages, your profile, but now let me take it in a notch higher, and maybe how you can acquire clients. Capacity building, do you have the capacity to look at hostels, for example, and know our weaknesses? Or can you offer advisory first? Can you send out an email advising us? Or can you release a quotation per week about capacity building? Or can you write an article somewhere about capacity building, so that we get to know that you're an expert in that area, without even, basically, you market without marketing. Start releasing articles about capacity building and the need for capacity building. And then you can, when with the footnote, if you're having challenges with this and this and this, please link up with us or contact us. But you need to be able to be seen as an expert in your field. Have you published any article? If I go to your social media pages, can I get 5 tips of efficient managers? Then I say, if this guy can give 5 tips of efficient manager, then I can what? I can call him to come and maybe train our staff on this and this and this. So you must be able to first show us that you're capable by giving us tips. One, by taking quotations and publishing them on your social media pages. We now have our WhatsApp statuses, which people are misusing a lot, and maybe we could even have another time talk about branding and how you can put your product across, selling to your friends first. But also, can you give pro bono? If, for example, can you ask Newton, Newton, I have a business, I do capacity building. Can I just give you just 1 hour of your stuff, and I talk to your staff for free? Then Newton, you go to Newton's office, you give him an hour for free. You take photos, you go with your branding, take photos with Newton and the office, and you say, we've just had 1 hour or 2 hours of capacity building for Newton staff, and now they can do ABCD. So that you leverage on that, on the brand equity, or with the brand, the Newton's brand, so that his friends can know they can contact you when they need what? When they need such services.
Because when you come close to people who have already been trusted, then there is that cognitive bias that actually, if I've seen him with it, so and so, I think he can be trusted. There is
exactly, yes.
All right. So I have people who I'm going to call online, such that they ask a question. When I call you online, you will ask a question, and me and Dixon will try to answer that particular question, and then we will release you, and we call someone else too. So let me accept. Six guest requests for you page. Falcon Painters. All right, so Jacob, can you hear me? Kimbwana, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you please state your full name and where you're watching us from?
I'm watching you from Dubai.
You are in Dubai.
Yes.
Okay, what could be your good question?
So my question was, we're buying 1 acre worth 100 million in Chuenda,
Okay.
or buying 100 by 50 in Chira. So, which is the best option?
What would be the purpose of the land?
Yes. The 1 acre for farming and building my house, my family house.
Can you please mute? Kindly mute. You will unmute when, because there is background noise coming in from your side. Kindly mute. Mr. Chibwana, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So, Dixon, we have a gentleman, and he says he wants to buy 1 acre in Chuenda for farming versus 50 by 100 in Chira to build his home. Now, okay, buying 1 acre in Chuenda is worth 100 million. Buying 50 by 100 in Chira is worth 75 million. I think these two ideas, in my view, have no relation at all. One is to increase, one is for farming. I wonder what kind of farm would 1 acre really be. Maybe he will do, he would raise, can he put cattle there? And he develops those. I don't know the kind of farming he can do in 1 acre, but I see even if it's maize, it will be low production. Even if it's, but anyway, the key issue in my view will come from your goal. Do you want to grow your money, or you want to now rest? Because if you rest, then you go to Chira and you buy your house. That's what you want. You say you want to rest. But if you're still in the business of growing money, even the 1 acre in Chuenda, I wouldn't advise you to go into farming. Because I wonder what really you can farm in 1 acre to have high production. For me, if you were to buy the acre in Chuenda, I already opened up an estate in Chuenda, and the estate in Chuenda, I was selling a plot at 25 million, and this was, I think, wasn't it before COVID or immediately after COVID? But right now, a plot of land in my estate in Chuenda goes for 35 million. So if a plot of land goes for 35 million and an acre has 7 plots, then it means if that land is located, because for me, my estate is located like 3 minutes from the tarmac. Chibwana, I wonder that acre, where is it located? But the best thing would have been that if you bought that acre, you would first of all negotiate and buy the acre, then process title. You get 7 titles from the acre. Even if you sold at 25 million per acre, you would still be making over 175 million if you bought at 100. So for me, I still feel that you still have a chance to do more investment. I do not know at what level of life you are in. I do not know whether you have a business. I do not know whether you already have money in unit trusts. I do not know whether you've already bought land or you have land for sale. So at this juncture, for me, if it were me, the little I know, the land in Chiwenda wouldn't be for farming. It would still be for buying, to subdivide and resell. Dixon, what do you think you could give him as advice?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chiwana. 1 million, no, an acre in Chiwenda. That's worth what?
100 million. Yes.
Okay, Chiwenda is in Dubai.
Chiwana is in Dubai.
Sorry, Chiwana is in Dubai. We are making so many assumptions for you. Of course, like Newton said, we don't know whether you're married. We don't know whether you have kids and a wife and you want to settle.
We don't know whether you've already bought land.
And this is so we are giving you top level advice that maybe another person who is on this show can maybe pick one or two. So if it were me, and the fact that I'm even away from the country, I'm still in Dubai, I would do Chiwenda. Why Chiwenda? Like Newton said, 1 acre. And maybe you can do. I hope you don't want to do phone farming, WhatsApp farming, as you're in Dubai.
You show me the goats.
show me the goats. I hope you don't want to do phone farming. I would advise you to buy that land in Chiwenda, because the moment you buy like this, the following day you're making profit in it. Because the moment you subdivide those plots, you're going to make profit, like Newton said. So for me, I don't even want to think of the Chira option, because
this building a house thing.
and even right now, they've made a road here from town to Chiwenda. Is going to be so near. So I would rather buy a bigger piece of land in Chiwenda, as opposed to having a smaller one in Chira, because in any case, most those days we used to travel to town for all to Kampala city for all the things, but now services have come closer, hospitals are closer. If you stay in Nigeria, Chira, hospitals are there, shopping malls are there, the roads are being made. So you won't miss anything as someone who is in Chira. So to me, I'm for Chiwenda, because it's going to make you profit the moment you even buy and partition it. So Chiwenda for me.
All right, thank you very much.
Of course, with so many assumptions, but Chiwenda for me.
True. All right, Mr. Chiwana, we would like to thank you. I would like to bring in someone who is called Greta. That is Greta what? Greta Masaka Bridal Expo. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is your good name, and are you calling us? Are you watching us from Masaka?
Yeah, I'm watching you from Masaka, and my name is David.
Okay, David, go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, well done with whatever you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we follow you at this side of Masaka, and basically,
yes.
I wish we are organizing the Greater Masaka Bridal Expo this side, and we wish to have you on board, and because of your great work.
Okay.
Yeah, we have in mind like your mindset to be shared with us.
When is the expo?
The expo is in June.
Hey.
Yeah, we are planning very early, so
okay.
June 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Hey, and I have very many clients in Masaka. One of the gentlemen, there is a gentleman in Nyendo who sells spares. is and very many other clients in there. So what we will do is you will get you have my WhatsApp line?
No.
Okay, you first note it down. 0706.
Shortly, please.
Okay.
A minute. Second year. 0706
582
582
868.
868.
Yes, so whatever you will need me for, that's the WhatsApp line. If you send it, we will be discussing on how we can partake in the expo.
Yeah, because we are a team of service providers this side.
Okay.
And we need you. We are looking forward to your advices. We want to game up to step up this game also. This side, like
no worries.
And skilling
on no worries.
Business management. Yeah.
Do you have any particular question for us tonight?
That is basically what I wanted. But
hey, okay.
And we are grateful for your service.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. David.
Yes.
Okay. May God bless you. But stay on the live. I'm going to disconnect you just here for to allow other people to ask a question. Infinity, are you there? Infinity, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
What's your good name and where are you watching us from?
My good name, I'm called Ivan Jumba.
Okay.
I'm from Nansana.
Talk to us. What's your question tonight?
Professor, I think my question is, I don't know if we can use Luganda to
no worries. No worries. You can use Luganda. We shall answer you too.
Okay, thank you. Professor, mbadde nina kyensaba okubuuza. Nze ninayo baganda bange nga babiri. Tubadde twagala kutandika bulimi. Simanyi oba tuyinza okumalako, Professor.
Mulina ettaka?
Ettaka waliwo yabadde atufunidde ettaka ne
size ki?
Lyakupangisa.
Size ki?
Tubadde twagala kukozesa eka nga 3
nga muli nga
pepa oba kasooli, but season yabadde yatuyiseeko nga tetunafuna advice.
Ekyo kyangu nnyo. Ekibuuzo kumwe kuliko eyali alimyeko ku green pepper? Juma.
Wanji Professor?
Nze mbuuziza oli nange?
Wanji sebo.
Oli nange? Nkubuuziza ekibuuzo nti ezo eka 3 mubadde mwagala lima green pepper naki? Okay.
Maybe
network erabika erina obuzibu. Katra kwoli?
Naye nga network yeekwata Professor.
Anti mbadde nkubuuza. Hello. Katra kansooke mpulira omwami ono ekibuuzo kye mbadde nina bye mubuuza nga njala muweerewo ansa naye tanzizeemu. Jumba ompulira bulungi? Juma ompulira bulungi?
Nkuwulira bulungi Professor kati.
Nkubuuzizza nti kumu 3 kuliko eyali alimyeko ku green, mwagala lima green pepper naki?
Ne kasooli Professor.
Kumwe waliwo yali alimyeko ku green pepper?
Omu ye yali alimye ku green paper naye abalala tetulimangako.
Green paper kati bamutunda bate bamutundira mu box bamutundira mu kutiya.
Bamutundira mu kutiya.
Kutiya ya green paper ya sente mmeka mu katale?
Mu katale kisinziira akatale naye ku nnimiro ebeera mitwalo nga 14 waba wansi.
So sente mmeka ze mubadde mwagala okussa mu kulima ng'obaze ettaka, kulima, nsigo, kutunda biki byonna, sente mmeka ze mulowooza ze mwanditaddemu?
Engeri gye tutandika tubadde twagala tuteekamu miliyoni nga 7 oba 8 mu ngeri gye tutandika obutandisi.
Okay, kati gano kambawe gabuwa temugenda tandika na kulima. Mugenda tandika ne miliyoni nga 2 mugende mubeere nga musuubula green paper yennyini. Anti ogambye ensawo ya mitwalo 14.
Yeah, Professor.
Kati mwandibadde mutandikayo ne miliyoni ng'emu mu emitwalo 4 ne mugulayo ne musooka ne mugenda ne muyingira obutale obw'enjawulo ne munoonya mu buli katale baani abatunda green paper bagula mmeka senga oba oleesa ensawo omanye nti anaatambula atya green paper baani abamutambuza musooke mumanye eno sente gye zivugira mu green paper nga temunnagenda mu byattaka kusimba kola ki. Kiba kitegeeza nti mugenda kunoonya abalima green paper be mwali muwuliddeko. Oli mu kitundu kyawa?
Nze kati mbadde ndi mu kibuga wano, mbadde mbeera Nansana kati.
Okay, bw'oba obeera Nansana then ogenda kunoonya olina okugenda mu butale n'onoonya. Kati bw'onoova Nansana, actually Nansana yennyini mulimu abalina green paper. Babuuza ababasuubuza bamugjawa. Oyinza n'okujja wano e Kasubi n'onoonya era abatunda green paper, n'onoonya contacts ez'abasuubuza n'omanya gy'ava, ne mweteekamu akasente ne mugenda green paper gy'ava eyo mu byalo ne mumanya ensawo eneetambulira sente mmeka, muyinza gifuna ku sente mmeka. Musooke muyingire mu busuubuzi. Kasita munaayingira mu busuubuzi ne mutunda ensawo za green paper ne babeera nga we basevinga amannya gammwe bagamba nti wagambye gwe Juma netwaka yeri slow. Anyway, kyembadde nja okugamba kyekyo nti mwandisoose kuyingira ku endi ey'okusuubula nga bwe mutunda, kusuubula nga bwe mutunda. Mujja tandika ne sente ntono naye mutegeere abatunda green paper bwe bamukolamu sente nga temunnayiga bwe bamulima. Okulima mujja kukukola luvannyuma nga mutagedde ekika kya green paper ekitambula, nga mufunye ne kasente kammwe, ate mujje kwegamba nga mumanyikiddwa mu katale. Uncle Dickson, olina koyinza omwongera kaawo?
Yes, Milton. Mwami Juma. Okimanyi, ekibuuzo kirungi nnyo. Ate mpulira oyagala kukola sente, oyagala kukola. Nze kinayobadde kugamba kati. Okimanyi nti nno oyinza ofubanga nnyo okukozesa sente ntono n'okufuna ekinene. Ofubanga nnyo mu buli kyokola. Oyitawo otya naye ng'okozesa sente ntono nnyo naye ng'ofunyemu kinene. Oyo green paper atwala myezi emeka okuva ng'omaze omulima n'okumutunda? Myezi 3 oba 4, simanyi. Mwami Juma woli?
Juma.
Anti kati Mr. Dickson ye ebbanga lyakulira atwalamuko ku buddo emyezi nga 3 aba atandise okunogebwa, naye amalawo emyezi nga 4 okutuuka ennimiro okuggwako.
So gye myezi 7.
Myezi 7 kati kankuli kati myezi 7 egyo ne bw'oba ofunako nusu emu ku buli green paper kimu naye nga ofunye omulimi amaze okubonaabona n'okulima amaze okufuuyira amaze okukola kiri nga amaze okubonaabona byonna bimaze
gwe nojja ku mukolo
nojja ku mukolo
nga guwedde oze kulya
n'omubuuza enimiro ya sente meka akati kinalibadde njagala okole kati for a company yo ogibranding ogiyite ba Juma and Sons whatever, give it a nice name ogibranding so that tumanye nti
gwe green paper
naye nga corporate green paper o marketing nze tuna green paper kasita onofuna order ssatu bweziti oba emu genda kuli eyabonaabona edda ng'alina green paper amaze okufuuyira ate enkuba etonnye ate omwana atandise okuvunda ebyo byonna gwe ng'otandika tolina bigendamu kati gwe jangu eno ofune akatale okusooka ogenda kukosa kitono nnyo ate ofunemu nnyo so nze sandyagadde olime kati nga nikino bagambye genda mu katale ofune abaagala pepa oje obasupplying naye ng'omujja kwoli omulimi amaze okulima ate kati awo tekyenakona kutwala myezi ena otandika nanca tandika enkya
ate nga tajja linda myezi 7 ajja ttundirawo
ojja ttundirawo enkya tandika nkya otunde
kale kale katraka tukuwulirize ekibuuzo ky'omukwano tubuulire amannya go otubuulire ne woli mutulabira then obuuze.
Can you hear me, Mr. Newton?
Absolutely well.
All right. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening, Mr. Dixon.
Good evening.
Oh, yes. Respect to everyone on this podcast. Thank you so much, Professor, for the services. Thank you so much. This really means a lot, and we're not just taking it for granted.
Okay.
Like, I'm Catherine, and I'm watching you from Dubai.
Okay.
So I want to salute all the hustlers from abroad, wherever you are. Please, we should keep on pushing, however much things may not be easy. Like, we're going through a lot. Like, nowadays, most of us, like me, I'm a teacher, but we are now not working because of the current situation. So we are just home seated.
Okay.
This will automatically affect our accounts.
True.
So I have a question. It is a little bit general,
okay,
but it's a challenge. In
okay,
the other way around, you can advise. Not only me, but all of us will be learning.
Okay.
So, energetically, the truth is that we go through a lot.
Okay.
A lot of challenges, and we hustle, we work hard. I'm not sure, maybe sometimes I ask myself, is it that we are not working smart? The point is that we work hard. You try to do all the additions and the subtractions, but at the end of the day, things are not adding up.
Okay.
Like before coming this way, like let's say, me personally, I'm good in keeping records. So I will say that in 2 years, I want to achieve this, and then I will note it down. In 2 years, this is my target. I'm working on this. But you may find out that you've not achieved your goal.
Okay.
And in one of the reasons, you'll find out that, oh, this is my income. And then the expenditure. Actually, me personally, most of the challenge I'm facing is that I realize that the expenditures the expenditures are bigger than the income. My income is less, and the expenditures are not that I'm so extravagant, no, but all my expenditures, that the major things, like those are the basics, the fundamental items, that, like, let's say food, rent, and you may find out that you have demands back home. It's your responsibility. You cannot go out of it. It's you who is responsible. You have to fulfill it. You have to pay the bills. Here, let's say you're renting here, renting is high, you have to eat. Let's say medication, you may be having insurance, but it doesn't cover fully. You have to care about yourself. So all this that you're going through, like your life will definitely not stay the same. You have to take care of yourself. So yeah, in just a blink of an eye, 2 years is just gone like that. You've not achieved your goals. You're working hard. You're trying your best. You're not just being extravagant, but just you've not. You end up renewing the contract. You start the second contract. Still, you're just there. You're counting. Yes, and people will be like, this is your third year in Dubai. You must be a billionaire. But you know the reality that the truth is I am having nothing. And where did I go wrong? What is happening? Like, how can you advise us in this matter? Thank you so much.
All right. You said your name is it Kathy?
Catherine, yes.
Catherine. All right. So one or two things. What I realized is the work we usually get when we go abroad is usually in competition. The money we get from the work we do is usually in competition with the cost of living in a place where you are. I remember when I was in the UK, I used to live in a place called Egham. Egham was what I call a rich man's village. Because Egham near my school, there used to be places like Englefield Green and all that. But to find a house, it was so expensive to find a house. Imagine paying 1 million Ugandan shillings for a single room, just a single room, and that is per week.
So, this is exactly what we are experiencing.
Yes. So usually what happens is the moment you are in a system that is taking away from you, then it means you are always going to be in survival mode, where you're just buying food, shelter, transport, data bundle. It is usually going to help you to be there and you start planning how to change from that situation where you exactly are. Because when you test that particular place and you realize it has no chance to, for example, a rubber band is elastic. But when you stretch the rubber band to the end, then it must reach a breaking point and it breaks. So when you realize that where I am, even when I stretch to the very end, this is the amount that will come, and this amount will only pay for food, bed space, transport, and data. Then it means it is time for change. In my view, it's time for change where you say, let me plan to now either go to another country or let me gather the little I have and go back home and probably manage from home. Dixon, what's your take on that?
Catherine, I hear you. And how are you?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
I hear you, and I want to congratulate you for being resilient, for moving out. It takes a solid heart and a solid mind to say, let me leave home and go and start on a journey of making myself and the people behind me better. So to me,
excuse me, sir. Sorry to cut you short. I just wanted to use like 2 minutes to share with you about just my journey. Like back home, I was a teacher. In my country, Uganda, I was a teacher, professional teacher. But as we all understand that we have, Ugandans, we have that kind of fear that we are not confident that, let's say, because I regret that that time I came to Dubai, I would have come as a teacher. I had that potential, but we have that fear that, oh, maybe we are not capable. So I started as a cleaner. I came with a cleaning company. I came as a cleaner. So I worked in a cleaning company for 1 year, and then I realized that no, this is not where I have to be, because I was just earning less. So I went for a course, teaching course, to upgrade, because documents from back home, there is a way they will sometimes not treasure it. So I said, no, there is a need for me to go back to my field, to my career, because teaching is my calling. I'm an early year educator in early years. So I had to go for a course. So once I finished my 2 years in the cleaning company, then I started searching for a job. So right now, I'm a teacher. However, I'm still studying. I'm still striving. I want to get there. And I believe rain or shine, I will get there. So it's a little bit challenging that till now, I have my colleagues who are still there in the same company, the cleaning company, and they are not comfortable. I will not say they are comfortable, but as I say that we have that spirit that will tell, or maybe you're not competent, or you will not, or they will discriminate you because you're a black, or those reasons we do give. So I have that strength, that courage, that however much we are going through a lot, things are not adding on, they're not adding up, but one day we'll get there. But sometimes I'm just getting that fear of time, like time is moving so fast and we've not achieved all the set goals that we planned.
Okay. Catherine, I was congratulating you for standing out, and for taking an extra mile to do something greater and something bigger. So to me, already you're a winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
To me, you're a winner. And even you added that, you've moved from a cleaning company to now a teaching practice. So I like that, and I want to congratulate you again for that, for believing in yourself, and for even opening up and being so candid with where you want to. Women's Day, happy Women's Day, and of course, you have all our best wishes. Now, back to your question. I do not know how much money you're sending back home. Maybe you need to start looking at where can you cut
the cost.
What expense can you what cost can you reduce a bit? Even if you say let me reduce $5 or 10 dirhams. First look at something you can reduce a bit, and you start one by one. As you increase, let's see what can you reduce. If you've been sending home maybe $30, can you send 28? And because there are many banks which have diaspora accounts, and so the other $2 going to diaspora account, you'll be shocked at how that $2 or 2 dirham can be in the next, and it will give you hope. When you look at it every day, adding $1, one dirham, it will give you hope. So I don't want you to lose hope. Many people are wishing to be where you are. I can tell you. The people you look in the cleaning company are wishing to be where you are. So don't think it's a main achievement. No, it's actually a great achievement. Of course, I know as human beings, we always want to look for the best. But for now, where you are is where your bread is being buttered. I do not know if you have. I don't know if you have how many hours of work you have. If you can get an extra hour to go and work somewhere else, I don't know whether it's 24/7. Do you have like 7 or 5 hours after work, which you can do something again online? You can teach people English online. There are many. I think maybe. So about teach people English online. Yes.
Yes, about that. Thank you so much for that good idea. Like using social media in a profitable way. I thought of it. However, as I said before, we have that fear. So I would have to to research of how can I make it, how can I do it so it will benefit people from different nationalities and different countries. So I have to research and think of how I can use this internet to teach people or young children. So thank you so much for that idea. Then about the working hours, so I work for 9 hours, but however, teaching in the UAE is so demanding that even after duty, you'll have to communicate to the parents, updating them. Let's say I have 40 children in my class, they will still be sending you messages to ask about the children, how they were doing. You have to, let's say an incident happened, you have to explain, you have to give feedback, and it should be immediate, like you have to be present even after duty. So it requires you to be on duty even after duty. You have to check with the parents, you have to prepare for the following day, the activities. You have to think of how you have to help each child in the class. Some children are having those personal like needs. So you'll have to think of how you have to help them achieve the goals, the learning goals and objectives. So it's a little bit stressful. So it requires you to be on duty even after duty. So I thought of going for extra work from somewhere else, but it cannot work out. You'll find out that they will complain to the higher management that I tried to check with the teacher, but she did not give me immediate feedback. So
the question there would be, Kathy, the question there
Yes,
would
please.
be, is your employer aware that you work overtime? Because in most developed in the developed world, when someone works overtime, then they claim the overtime they have worked. So if I come to teach the kids and they pay me to teach the kids, then when they leave, their parents ask questions. How did the parents get your number? Did you give them
we
the
have it's not allowed here in UAE, like it's not allowed to share your personal contact with the parents, but we have parents application on the phone. Each
Okay.
teacher will be having that application. So parents will be asking, you upload the general pictures and videos, you upload. So parents will have questions to explain to you what were they doing? Oh, my child, I did not see in this picture. Or you have to explain, but they are asking questions in the inbox, as you can see, like we are online here, we are all here, but let's say the podcast is ended, so someone can come in my inbox. So you have that parents app, you upload the pictures in general, but then parents will have to ask in inbox. So you meet each individual parent's need, you have to respond to them, but through that parent app.
Okay, I get it. Dixon, you were handling it, but what for me, in my view, if I were to answer anything from the parents app, then I would be talking to my bosses about that overtime work, regarding how the teacher, you go to your bosses and you ask them to guide you on how you can actually handle. You say, I usually finish this work and then there is more work when I'm done, because the teachers the parents are asking this and this. Do I have to answer them, or I have to hand them over? Maybe the school has people it can pay, like you see companies pay people who are doing customer service to handle. Otherwise, if I am a teacher, but then I'm also going to handle customer service, then I should ask for a higher pay for the customer service. Because now, after that, you're handling customer service, you're not handling being a teacher. Over to you, Dixon.
Yeah, maybe let me ask you, Catherine. Because I don't think you're the first teacher or you're the most senior teacher. How are other people doing it? Do you think they're all suffering like you? I'm sure they must be.
It's not actually, we may not term it as suffering because it's the school.
No, you first wait.
It's a policy.
Just a second. First wait. It is suffering. You might sugarcoat it, but you're doing
employment without pay must be suffering, surely.
Yes. It's outside work. It's outside work hours. outside
Yeah,
work hours, and so you're doing work outside work hours. So is everyone in the school, even you senior teachers, those who are there before you, are they doing the same? Are they
yes,
all
sir. They are doing the
having the
same
same?
thing. It's the school setting. Actually, not
The
only
school setting.
it's a policy, like because I'm the key person. I'm the child's key person. I'm the one who witnessed what is happening in the class. So if a parent is asking, how is my child progressing in the class, and my child came home and complained that he was not happy in the class today, so he doesn't want to come back to school tomorrow. So it's me. So the parent will give a conclusion that I need immediate feedback. If we don't respond immediately, the parent will definitely complain to the management, and it's me, the teacher, to face the consequences. So it's like it's a set policy. That's how it is, and that's how it was.
All right. So, Catherine,
Yes, please.
as Dixon had earlier mentioned, number
Yes,
one
please.
is one of the ways to improve your finances is to go and check your buckets and look for the leakages.
Yes, please. Noted.
Which little money can you start saving? Where have you been putting the money other than into yourself, such that maybe you increase your savings? All the jobs we do, they will have an element of suffering, especially if we are still in this process of trying to make ends meet. All the jobs we do, whether abroad or here, someone will always, for example, if you went and found people who are working in a bakery, do you know that you have to go to get bread from that very hot thing and put it somewhere? You go into the heat. So whether you like it or not, every form of business will have an element which is an element of suffering. But the main thing is always to make sure that at that particular job you pick two things. Number one, the experience. Number two, any form of money that can actually help you save for investment. For me, what I see, look at it as a journey, and you plan, and you get back to Uganda, and you look for a garage, and you start a kindergarten. Wherever you are, Uganda has ensured that you get 3 million kids every year. The parents have ensured you have customers, 3 million kids every year. Even if you started with a garage, you will not need very expensive things. You will have a kinder care where you will look at your kids, and you will use your experience from Dubai to look at the kids. So we would like to let others also ask, but we thank you for being part of this. Welcome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Welcome. Phillips, can you hear us?
I'm hearing.
What's you're called Mr. Lutaya.
Yeah.
So
My real name is called Philip Okelo Lutaya.
Philip Okelo Lutaya. So you are Okelo from Acholi and Lutaya from Buganda. How is that mixture?
Yeah. Okay, before I go straight to my question, I also have to clarify how I got that name.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in the year, was it 1994 around there?
Okay.
When my parents delivered me.
Okay.
Then they gave me a name, Philip Lutaya. I mean, Okelo Philip.
Hey. Okay.
Then there's this singer who used to
Philip Bongole Lutaya.
To be famous. Yeah, that
Yes.
guy was famous everywhere in Uganda.
Yes.
So all people who came to see me, they were saying, hey, his name is like this singer.
Hey,
Phile.
Like Phile Bongole Lutaya, and you were Phile Okelo. So they gave you Lutaya. Very well understood. But what I wanted to let you know is that my totem is Ngonge, and in Ngonge we are the ones who name Lutaya. So when I saw Philip Lutaya and I was selecting, I was like, let me first put my brother on. So that's how you have survived. Anyway, where are you watching us from?
I'm from Qatar.
Hey, you're in Qatar. All right, go ahead and ask us for a question.
Okay. By the way, I need to start by congratulating you, Newton BUTERABA.
Yes, sir.
Today you come. Today you come in a different version. You come with a guest.
Yes.
Hello, our guest. You're most welcome.
Thank
Diction.
you, Mr. Lutaya. Thank you, Mr. Lutaya. How are you?
I'm all right.
How is Qatar?
That is okay. We are just trying to navigate with this current situation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We pray it all ends well already. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It will come to an end. Then, I also want to congratulate Mr. Newton BUTERABA for the contribution you are giving to the great nation of Uganda and to the globe at large.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you are among the people whom I inspired a lot from them.
All right.
You really inspired me.
Thank you.
Now, today I want to say it is my pleasure to encounter you for the second time.
Okay.
I last encountered you on one-on-one last year.
Yes.
Yeah. And I told you my program, and I still sticking on it.
Okay.
I said I want to come and open a real estate company.
Yes.
Much as I may not have the capital, that I will start buying land here and then selling. So I want to come and start as a broker.
Okay.
So then later on, I will keep on progressing until I reach to that level of yours.
It's acceptable.
Yeah. So I need some guidance. Maybe the procedure, the process of registering and so on. Because even the richest man, when I read from the richest man of Babylon, one of the principles he said, you need to take advice from the elder who have been there in your industry.
So okay, when you get back to Uganda, one of the ways to go into real estate, I have done a video where I've told people that they can actually even go into real estate with 500,000, and the idea is built around how they can present themselves as real estate individuals. So real estate being so wide, you will have to choose a path. Do I broker houses? Do I broker land? Do I manage property? Because all that is real estate. Do I manage property? There is money in property management. There is money in brokering tenants for buildings. There is money for brokering land. There is money. So you need to find where do you think you will feel more comfortable. So there are people who do business in land, but for them, they buy land and sell. Others do not have the money to buy the land. For them, they look for buyers. They talk to the seller, get something from the seller, get something from the buyer. And these are the people who are actually making more money in this real estate business. You find a plot. If you've ever realized when you're buying a plot of land, you buy a plot of land and the moment they tell you it's, let's say, 50 million, the seller will already agreed to sell at 40. The buyer has agreed to buy at 50. So that 10 million in there is usually by this person who brought the buyer. Now you imagine getting 10 million from land which you did not own. You're making more money than the actual seller who owned the land. So because real estate is capital intensive, you may start by getting engaged in the marketing bit of it, where you are marketing plots, where you're engaging in either property management, because property management is like the easiest entry. If someone can trust you with their building to just demand for rent and looking after the property, then you will have a good start. Let me hear from Uncle Dixon what he can recommend there.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Altaya. It's a good question, and Newton has given it justice. Let me just add one or two things. You see, or you can start with only your business card. You come here, you register your company, you create a Facebook page, a TikTok account, and you register, and that's a fully fledged company. Now, the task you have is to look for who is selling land. You might even not know people, but go in papers. People put land in papers. See, I'm selling
Yes,
an acre-
actually,
an acre of
yes,
land.
you're right, Dixon. When you look in New Vision and Monitor at the back,
Yes.
you will find people selling land. So when you call them and they locate it, then you can be part of the people selling. Yes, go ahead, please.
So when you look in papers like New Vision, usually they put someone saying I'm selling an acre of land. So now is saying maybe 2 acres of land in Chiwenda, wherever. So now for you, that's your capital, because that is information. So your capital is going to be information. Don't put in so much money while you can actually use so little money to make your money. So and you mentioned you have to be a broker. So be a broker. Start small. So invest in knowledge. Invest in knowing where the best deals of land are. Invest in knowing where the best where the buyer is going to be. You have an advantage in the diaspora. You can even get a niche and say, for me, I'm going to serve people who are outside Uganda and want to buy in Uganda, and I want them to trust me because I've been there in the diaspora and I'm now back. I know they are paying. So when you identify with them, and maybe you could even say, formerly in Qatar, now back home to help you get land back home, so that people know they are dealing with someone who has been in Qatar and now is back in Uganda to help them get genuine and land, genuine land and genuine property. So for you, all you need is to come and establish and look for information on where the land is, and who you're going to sell it to, or houses, and maybe in some cases you might need to look in a property and say, can you give it to me, this property, for 2 months, so that I'm the only seller of the property. So that's your bargaining power. You say, you know what, I see you selling land, can you give it to me for just 1 month for me, I market it and say no other person should sell it, so that you become an exclusive seller of that land. So those are tactics you can use in real estate, and you just need one plot of land, or two, to make 20 million profit, and you start, you start. So I wish you all the best, but I know it's very possible.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Lutaya, we will link up when you get back. You will have to also meet me and we do more strategy. But what we have given you is what we actually think will enable you be on the path. Because if you remember, most of the very first deals I also sold, I was on Facebook, and I told people there is an estate I know. There is someone who was selling land, but when I mentioned the land, they bought from me. So I want to call Barrister. Barrister, are you there? You have muted. Barrister, you have muted. Barrister, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Full name and where you're watching us from.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Kenneth, Barrister Ken.
Okay.
By the way, we are here more than 3 people.
Okay.
I've been watching you people.
Okay.
And I've been following up everything. And
Okay.
I've always wanted to get financial advice from you people.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Dixon. Hello, Mr. Newton. Big up.
How are you, sir?
Yes, hi, Barrister Ken, how are you?
I'm good. Everything good. Everything good. I have my question.
Okay. Let's hear the question, please. Ken, can you hear us? You've muted again. You've muted yourself, Ken. Kindly unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead and ask the question.
The first question I wanted to ask is that I have my account, both TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, with overviews for million plus. But I don't know how I can convert that into something like cash flow so that I can start earning from them.
What is that account?
Barista Ken.
Let me check and see. Barista Ken.
Yeah, 256.
Barista Ken 256. So I see Barista Ken, specialty coffee expert, barista training and talent sourcing, helping cafes hire. Okay. So when I see here, this is your page where you're designing, putting pictures on the coffee you make, right?
Yeah. I also have another one. It's also big, but basically also this one is doing well.
Hey.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
So there are very many ways to make money from social media. You could use my way. For me, I do not earn from social media in the form of I do not earn directly. I earn indirectly from social media. And I would think people who earn indirectly from social media by far earn more than people who earn directly. There are people who depend on having a lot of views such that they get paid by YouTube or get paid by TikTok. That's directly. But also when you have a very good message, for example, when I come here and I advertise and I tell people that on 11th April, I have a masterclass. And I give people the number and people call and come and attend the masterclass. I have used my numbers to earn indirectly from social media. Because what I realized, that's why you see I even rarely post content. It's because all my life I've wanted to be a free man. And I realized that when you join social media and you start developing content for social media, you inadvertently become an employee of that particular social media application. When you start posting on TikTok, they start asking you for more content. That's why you see TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, people run out of content and they start even doing things they never liked to do in the first place.
100%.
Do you see people who started off not having a lot of views, and when they used obscene language or abusive language, they started becoming viewed and shares and all that, and then now they realize, now when I abuse, it's how people will follow me, it's how I'll get more likes. So people are doing all sorts of crappy things. So for me, I refuse to be an employee of any social media company. That's why I only post when I want. And when I do these lives is when I'm giving out to the people, but I make sure that when I do a live, I advertise. I tell people where my estate is to buy land. I tell people the services I offer. I tell people when I have master classes. I put people on. For example, very important people like Dixon. When I bring and I work with Dixon, then it means my network grows and the way we operate grow. So that way, are milking from social media without being paid directly from the views. So what I think you would do as an expert for coffee, the way I see you're an expert for coffee, why don't you start a coffee academy? When you start a coffee academy and teaching people how they make the coffee, how they do what, you might find that by the time you decide to come back to Uganda, you will just be setting up your coffee academy, and they will know, Barista Ken taught me about all these things, and then they enroll to learn, such that by the time they go to Qatar, Dubai, they go as baristas rather than going as people who do not know. I'm handing over to Dixon to also guide on the same.
Can I add on something slowly?
Okay,
What you have said about making a coffee academy, apparently, even where I am right now, I get more students who want to learn coffee more than some academies. But the way I'm earning from it, referral commission?
Yes.
Basically, that's how I'm earning from it.
Are you charging the students?
No, I normally charge the schools.
Hey, okay.
The school.
Okay.
After the student paying,
yes,
then the school can give me something.
So start thinking now how to grow bigger. How can you come to Uganda or where you are? Ask yourself, how can you set up where you are? How can you set up either a coffee shop or a coffee, such that you earn that money? And when you come back to Uganda, how can you be a vessel that trains baristas who go to Qatar, who go to Dubai, who go to Abu Dhabi, but when they are already trained? So can you make connections in wherever you are now, such that you tell them that you have students you've trained, and you connect the students? So it will be in such a business model. You train a student, but you tell a student that I can connect you for work as a student, but this is the amount of money you can pay before I connect you. So you earn from the school, from the teaching, then you also earn from the connection of the student for a placement. You will be making more money, such that you hire even more baristas to train and you connect. That's what I think you can do. Over to you, Dixon. How can you help Ken?
Thank you so much, Ginton, and I think you've given the question justice. Ken and your team, how are you?
We are good, everything good.
Okay, I've just visited your page. I think your TikTok account. I've just gone through it quickly, and I think it's amazing work you're doing. Well done, very well done.
Thank you, boss.
I'll start by, when you are starting, you mentioned that you have so many accounts. You have TikTok, Facebook. Have you taken note or tried to find out which of those is your best, is giving you the best traction?
Yeah, actually, I've found on Instagram. Basically, on Instagram, I get more coffee owners asking for baristas. Then on TikTok, I get more baristas asking for barista jobs and for training. That's what I've noticed so far.
So for you not to spread thin, for you not to burn gas in the middle of trying to juggle so many platforms, if you could concentrate on those very two platforms, Instagram and TikTok, and you're doing content, because it's where you're getting so much traction. That's one. So otherwise, you're going to run away, because content, it's a deep hole. You can never feel it. Every day people ask for content. Platforms give you ways of creating new content because they want your content. So I think, to me, if you could get those if you could get those your niche, I mean, oh, the best program. I mean, yeah, maybe if it's Instagram and TikTok, you know you're the best at those, and you do those. There you concentrate and you make the best use of your time. Two.
Okay.
On training, when you're training people, okay, you also think of, are you able to train online, for example?
Yeah, actually,
Are you able-
right now, I train people online. I try to say, I also sell PDFs,
Okay.
like on digital products. I also train people with tutorials. Like, you can tell me I need to learn this and this. I make a video about it. I sell it to you as a digital product. Yeah.
Okay. So I think to me, you already have what it takes. So as opposed to chasing the YouTube $1 per thousand per thousand likes, you know, for you to chase that money, I would rather I chase clients who are willing to pay me. So that I don't get lost in the bandwagon of trying to chase so many views. You'll end up doing things which you should not have done, and you'll really burn out. So I think I would rather you focus on getting students, teaching them online. You can have B2B and B2C. You already have B2B, which is business to business, the schools, you know. You don't have the schools, but also you can have the individual students. And also, since you have, I want to take a notch higher in technology. You can now think of developing a platform or an app which connects baristas
To coffee shops.
to coffee shops. So that if I'm a coffee shop, I come to your platform and I find a certified barista and I order for them, I book for them. You know, I can only get their contact after I've paid you. So now that platform will make you money even when you're sleeping.
True that.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so Barrister
you
Ken,
can have.
Dixon, you were finishing something.
No, it's okay.
Hey,
It's
okay. So Barrister Ken, I'm going to have to.
No, Newton.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Just a second. I've seen a friend of mine, Brenda.
Hey.
She's in the US.
Hey.
Yeah, she's watching us. She's my good friend, and Brenda, I can see you. Thank you so much for joining.
Did she say she has an inquiry?
No.
Hey.
I don't know if that's come, but she just gave us a thumbs up.
Hey. Okay.
Brenda, I see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Ken.
No, but you can let her in if she wants.
Yes.
I'm going to ask that I stop you particularly there, because I have two people remaining, and we are already past our closing time. But make sure that next Sunday you give next Sunday show us progress.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much. So let me hear from the Perfume Lounge. Can you unmute and use like 2 minutes to first tell us your full name and where you're watching us from? Then you go ahead in a minute and ask a question. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. My name is Sylvia Marvin, and I'm watching live from my TV.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so sir, just in a second, I would love to appreciate you. So I first met you in the last conference we had, the It's Possible conference at Serena, and it really did me well. That's when I began the Perfume Lounge.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
So do you have
Session that I began
do you have Most Wanted?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, I was telling you the perfumes I use. Most Wanted, Dolce and Gabbana King. But anyway, go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, sir. Wow. So, sir, I have a very beautiful question.
Okay.
I began this company, and remember, you said a statement in Kisoboka that when you start a business, always a business will tell you what to do next.
Okay.
I was doing a 9-to-5 job, and I wanted to quit my job, but the business I'd opened wasn't yet sufficient enough. So when the business was able to cover a few duties that I was working, I quit a few duties from my work to give more time to my company.
Okay.
And that really helped me out. But recently, last year, I got an attraction towards real estate.
Okay.
And I enrolled for a diploma in real estate and property management, which I'm still doing right now. But before enrolling, I will look at real estate as buying land, buying property. But when I reached into the real thing, the thing looks so big, and I'm a bit confused which particular area can I really focus on, whereby it won't affect my availability to my growing perfume company, because it is an online shop. Yeah, it's an online business, and we have over 40 shops on Jumia and over 20 shops on Market by Momo. So I'm looking at what particular area how can I get some good guidance on which particular area to focus on in real estate, such that I can be fruitful in both the two ventures. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll start by giving my answer, and I think Dixon will also give you his answer. In my view, how old are you? How old are you now, Marvin?
Sir, I'm 28 years old.
Okay, so for me, as long as someone is between 18 to 35, I never want them to be restricted in any way. I want them to try until they come as experts to say, this thing, when I did it, it did this. You remember the mayor? The mayor is called who? Balimwezo. When I did this and I did this,
I know.
then I did this, then I did this. So I want to hear those I did this, I did this, I did this. Because at 28 you're still so young, real estate is so wide. Gather as more knowledge as you can. When you gather as more knowledge as you can, you will not know. I want to promise you, you will not know what will even make you a billionaire. Let me give you an example. When I started House of Wealth in 2017, I had just left a very high-paying job because I was among the highest-paid Ugandans working for the American government. And a 5-year contract, I only did 1 year. So after my 1 year, I was like, let me not do the other 4 years. I started House of Wealth. What I had in mind was, let me be on TV, let me be a speaker, let me gather people on Facebook. When I get 100,000 people on Facebook and I put up a conference and I get just 1,000, which is 1% of 100,000 followers, and 1,000 people, each one pays, let's say, 50,000 for a ticket. 1,000 people, 50,000 for a ticket, I will make 50 million. If I make 4 conferences a year, I will have 200 million. That's what I thought. Then I started looking, I did lives. It reached a time and the people could not grow on Facebook. It stopped actually, I think, on 40,000 people. But there was a day I came on a live and I told people that, do you know what? I have some land on Gayaza Zero Road. And people said they want the land. That's when I branched immediately from being a public speaker to a person who now would want to be selling land. So the lesson I picked was that you may have some idea of something you think that will make you wealthy. But as you play along, as you fight along, you try this, you try that, you try this, you try, because in this period is not a period of mastery. You can't be a master at 20. No one will believe you. You can't be a master of anything at 25. No one will believe you. The only thing you can be master, you will be a master of mistakes from 18 to 35. That's why Dixon, the reason I love Dixon and the reason I brought him here to this podcast is because when he made every mistake he made, he documented. Now, when you meet Dixon and you tell him, you know what, there is a lot of money in gold, he will tell you, I tried to buy gold and this is the amount of money I lost. I can no longer be in gold. You come to Dixon and tell him, you do this. He tells you, that one I've also tried, but this is where I saw the problem. So make sure you are not a master by 28. You will be a master by 35. Be documenting all the lessons, the mistakes, So when you join real estate, do not say, by the way, Dixon, in 2007, I was among the first sellers of websites. When did you start selling websites, Dixon?
2009, 10, 11.
So that makes me among the very first sellers of websites. So in 2007, yes. I started selling websites. My office was at Clement Hill Road. I was with my friend. If you remember, late Tony Canalo Gobi. Tony was a You remember Tony?
Actually, I even remember you now.
I know you can gather. You remember me very well. So.
No, let me tell you. First, Tony Canalo Gobi. Was my subtenant in my video library in one year. He had a photo
exactly. Because he had a studio. He had gone for Cheo in the UK.
Studio. Yes,
he had gone for Cheo in the UK while he was still at campus. So when he came back, he had picked the idea of a studio. I think now that's when now he gets connected to you. Now me, when we finished campus, we had campaigned for Kabogoza Charles, and he did not go through. Kabogoza Charles, the one who was the actor in Deception.
I remember him. Yes.
So Kabogoza Charles, being a son of a wealthy man, his father had a house on Clement Hill Road, very posh place, and he said, Newton, you wanjirawo mubiri, you were my campaign agent, even though we did not win. I want to give you an office for a full year in the city center. So we went to the office, but we did not have furniture. So we would go with our laptop and sit on the veranda. But we had an office. We tried selling laptops. Yes. I want to tell you, Dixon. Sorry, we tried selling websites.
Websites, yes.
And our plan was, we shall sell websites to MPs. Each website 500,000. Tony had a friend who was working in the parliament. Members of parliament failed to buy one single website. But in between there,
I can relate.
In between there, because I was a money lender in Lumumba, people kept on calling me. Why? Ngatochatuola sente. I put aside selling websites and I started lending money. I would lend 100,000, but my percentage was 1% per day because I was lending for people in emergencies. All my classmates, workmates used to borrow used to work in banks, and they were usually short of that 100K, 150, 100. So if I give you 200,000, it is 2,000 per day. So they found it very easy that they would put in 20K after 10 days. I told my dad that this thing is going to work. He became a partner, and I now grew it, and I became a money lender. So the lesson I want to tell my brother, my brother Marvin, you do not know what actually will really work. As you are there, be in perfumes, but also be this side trying to understand things. You might find that one real estate deal will make you import 1,000 perfumes. So do not give up on both. Just try to make sure you can have a way to run both such that you can actually know which one works. Over to you, Dixon.
Thank you so much, Newton. And what's his name?
It's called Marvin.
The perfume guy.
Hey, Marvin.
Marvin, yes, Marvin. Marvin, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. I'm good, sir.
Okay. Marvin, I like the fact that you started small. You have 30 shops on Jumia. You know, you're doing perfumes. That's good, and I like that you've also tried to diversify and look in real estate. It is all good. Is the perfume business stable enough to allow you to now spread your wings elsewhere? That's a question you need to answer. Or it still needs you like 100% for the next 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, so that it first stabilizes before you have divided attention. You might find right now it needs you 100%. So doing real estate is not bad. However, you need to know, should I do perfume now for the next 3 to 4 months so that I stabilize it? Then I now give 3 hours to
real estate.
Let me take some more. So that I give 3 hours real estate. And so they are all okay. You can decide how many hours you want to give real estate, but it's a good thing. What I'm saying is, when you do many things now, when you fail early, it's good because you fail alone. Most likely you're single. Most likely maybe you have one girlfriend, or you're not even married. But when you fail at 45, you fail with so many people. You fail with your wife. You fail with your kids. You fail with your siblings. So fail. Do everything now. It's okay. Fail now. Fail early, so that you don't fail at 45 with the rest of the clan. You know. So about real estate, you can look for, because how can you do less work in real estate? For example, you don't have to do a lot of manual work in real estate. Can you be a consultant? Since you're doing a course, can you be a consultant? Can you be a teacher? So look at something which can actually take less of your time in real estate, but not the manual work of going to Chiwenda, driving to in the morning to look for land, and someone places an order for perfume, and you're not there to do what? To deliver the perfume. Have you stabilized the perfume business that it can run without you when you've gone to Chiwenda to look for land? Because real estate, it works with trust. The land must be there. You must have seen it. If you're going to sell it to Dixon, you must have verified it. So have you verified the land? So if you go to Chiwenda in the morning and someone makes an order, actually someone might even be further to Sukuma, Zirogwe. If you're on the road to Zirogwe and someone makes an order for the perfume, are you going to deliver it, or you're going to put your time in both and they both die? So you just need to tread carefully. They are both good, but just know where are you going to put more of your time. If I made an order for the perfume, are you able to deliver it, or you'll be in Chiwenda measuring the land, opening boundaries? So you might chase two and lose both. However, if you portion your time well, you'll achieve both. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marvin. So I'm going to have to let you go, and we take our very final question from Eddie. I hope you gathered some knowledge on what to do with what you asked. Not so?
Surely, sir.
Thank you very much. So Eddie, as the final individual to ask a question, can you tell us your full name, where you're calling, where you're viewing us from, please? Unmute and take a question.
Hi, Mr. Newton. Hi, Mr. Dixon.
How are
I'm
you?
watching you from
Yeah, hi, Eddie.
Ruwaga.
Okay. How is Ruwaga?
Yes, Ruwaga is fine.
Okay.
I first got in contact with Mr. Newton, I think around 2017. If I'm to remember, there is some program that you did on Masuze Mutia.
With Farida.
Farida.
Yes.
Yes, the first show as you're talking about yourself.
It was in June 2017.
Yes, that 2017. So I was live, I was watching you.
Wow.
So that time I was also fresh at campus.
Mm.
So I went through my campus. After campus like this, I didn't go for a job. I decided to do a business.
Okay.
So I did very many businesses in there. Try and error. You try this, you get to this, you get to the other one as you're trying to get better. So now my question comes. I'm asking about passive income.
Okay.
What is that? What investment can you look at that where? Because I tried checking on passive income, and the safe one was real estate. But real estate, it needs that much input at the start. So I was asking myself, what can I start the way I can gain passively, but not with much input.
All right. There are very many things you would start, but starting always depends on also 1,000 things. Where are you located? What is the problem there? What do they want as a solution? At the end of it all, we need to know that passive income, the reason we do passive income is to make sure that if these are our expenses, we must find passive income to come and meet the expenses. By the way, if passive income comes and washes away our expenses, then we have left what they call the rat race.
Yes.
So everyone who struggles, the moment you see yourself struggling with money, the moment you get some money from the side and it comes and washes away your expenses, then it means you've left the rat race. So there are very many things that can be done, but at the end of the day, because Uganda has very few honest people, it is so hard to find the right employees to be put in businesses which they can run, and you're not actively there, such that they are passively managed. So currently, you said, Eddie, what are you doing currently?
I have a business. I'm running a business.
Which business are you running?
Recruitment. I'm into recruitment.
Okay, so you recruit and take to which country?
The Middle East countries and also here in Uganda.
Okay, so if you recruit and take maybe abroad, if you recruit and the way I see that, you may start with a business that is almost like directly related to the recruitment, because if you're have you done some research on tours and travel? Because
yes, I have.
Uh-huh.
I've actually been doing recruitment from COVID.
From COVID, eh?
Yes, but whenever you get this money, where exactly are you supposed to put it?
Okay, so when you get the money, the easiest thought process for passive income is usually rentals, but you realize that rentals might be expensive to come up with. What other people usually do is some people have put money in unit trusts as they wait on the big deals. So you know that the more money you put in a unit trust, the more income you get. So if you put 1 million in a unit trust, you expect to get 10,000 per month. 10 million gives you 100,000 per month. 100 million make you 1 million per month. That's passive income. So if you've not put money in a unit trust and the money has come and it's much, then you may also consider that these days it's possible to find a person who has a building and you actually come and you put in your Airbnbs. So in other words, you're just coming on board to furnish the buildings. You're not constructing. So the money you have just furnishes the building for you, you parent, and you now like the new tenant. You're a tenant to the owner of the building. You're the landlord to the user of the Airbnb. So the question would be, what amount of research have you done such that you also benefit from Airbnbs? The other thing would be that if you've not done that, then you will be looking out for cheaply priced properties, such that maybe those are the ones you will buy, and now you become the real landlord. If not that, it is really going to be hard to build a system around people in Uganda who would be running the business as you also run other things. In other words, what I'm saying that in Uganda, instead of us building systems and putting people in those systems, we find ourselves actually coming to engage in the system because the people we put there, we can't trust them anymore. Let me hear from you, Dixon.
Thank you so much. And that's you're saying you're into recruitment and you want to have some passive, or you have some passive income, or you want to make some passive income. So my answer is here. Let's look at the recruitment process. The entire process. How can you make more money from the entire process that you're not making now? Yes, you look at because you might find you're actually in the middle there. You either don't source people from the village, you don't source them. Even when you take them, you don't. So look at the entire chain. Where are you paying people to do for you some work? I'm not an expert in the recruitment, but I'm very sure when you look at the entire chain, you're going to find where you can make more money in that very chain.
Before you even jump out of it.
Yeah. So just look at it critically. Take a critical look at it, and you'll find that I can actually make some money here. I'll give you an example. If it's a dry cleaner and Dixon, I take my clothes to dry cleaner. The dry cleaner, when I go and pick them, if they say, Dixon, you know what, I can give me 20K, I'll pick them from your home, 20K, I'll drop them at your home.
So you've added the transport business to dry cleaning.
To dry cleaning. So I want you to look at your area and see. Maybe you could want to first train the people. You're going to do what who are going for cleaning. Can you give them a refresher course on cleaning, or can you give them a refresher course on I don't know what you take
on
them
security?
On security, can you give them? Can you say for me you have 2 weeks of training and I'll give you a certificate? So that you even pass them out by yourself. My people are going abroad, but those who pass through me, I first train them for 2 weeks, give them certificates, so that it even becomes a trust factor where you're sending them. Here they pay you for training them, or you could even actually tell people who you're taking them, and the people say, you know what, by the way, let me do this on your work. Give me the things you want them to do, so that I train them for you here, so that by the time they come, they are already certified in these things. So now you've opened another channel. You've eased the work of where you're sending your people, the labor, but you're also making some more money here. So look at the chain. I think you can do more. I think you can do more. You can make more money in the entire chain. Also, of course, when it comes you could invest it in treasury bonds, in unit trusts as you wait for, but there is more money to make in the entire chain if you look at it properly. And actually, if you find out when they go there the first week, what do they train? What do they train in the first week or the first 2 weeks? So you could tell the other people, I can train you people, those people here, and you actually pay me more money, so that you receive people who are certified in the things they are going to offer you. It's, you say, give me your manuals, I train people for you before they reach you, so that when they come, instead of you training them for 2 weeks, they start working the following day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eddie. I think we've tried to give you some something to work with. We would also like to thank you for being part of the show. We will always be here every Sunday starting at 8. I'm now going to let you go off, but you will stay online because we want to finish with Mr. Apartment as our last person to ask a question. Mr. Apartment, I want you to give us your full name and the business you're doing, and then you go ahead and ask a question.
All right, my name is Daniel, Mwanda Daniel. I'm from Jinja.
Okay.
And I do real estate. I'm still at campus. I'm 24 years old. I am at Eastbart University, pursuing a bachelor's in networking and cybersecurity.
Okay.
But I chose to concentrate more and learn more about real estate because that is where my passion is, and I have a real estate company which I'm trying to push here and there.
Okay.
So why I chose to come on here, because I saw very intelligent men and speaking a lot of sense, and I would want to ask also a question. So as I told you, I'm at Eastbart University, pursuing a bachelor's in networking and cybersecurity.
Okay.
But then I was actually a little recap. I was actually in the seminary from senior 1 to senior 6 in Uganda Matters Minor Seminary. I chose not to pursue priesthood because I wanted to do a lot with IT. So I chose to come to Eastbart
Just a
University.
moment. Are you saying priests don't follow IT?
Well, when after your minor seminary,
okay,
you are expected to go to the major seminary for, in our diocese, it is around 9 to 8 years, more 8 years for you to learn.
It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with ladies.
No, not at all. Because I was the head prefect when at my minor seminary. So
okay.
I had no problem at all.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
So I am now pondering, or I'm in the middle of real estate and then networking and cybersecurity, but I love so much to do real estate, and I really have a company. So I actually posed to go to school for networking and cybersecurity. I made money in real estate. I went to South Africa, I think last year, and then I lost money there again. So I came here. So now I am pondering, where should I go? What should I do? Should I pursue my bachelor's in networking and cybersecurity, or I should concentrate more and even change my course to real estate? Now, because I have a passion for it.
Now, did I tell you that I have a master's in information security?
No, actually.
Hey,
no.
You'll do your research, but I have a master's in information security, and I'm the only person you will ever meet who has been certified by the British Secret Service. Yeah. All the other people, you will never be able to meet them, and I'm the only one you'll be able to meet. But the reason I'm telling you this is because at 24,
yeah,
in the information age, you need a qualification. We will not allow anyone to be in our class of billionaires and they did not study.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the Dixon you see here, he's a man of letters. You know what it means for someone to be a man of letters? A man of letters, yasoma.
Yeah.
So the Newton you see here, 4 degrees, like 2 diplomas, we have studied. So we conquered the books. We conquered the street. Now we are conquering all the other things we want. So I want you to do yourself a favor. You pursue the networking and cybersecurity for maybe this very one reason, that when you do not know where networking and cybersecurity will take you. When I went to University of London and I did information security, it made me a global citizen, because in my class, I studied with all the individuals who are generals, captains, colonels, army people who were handling cybersecurity in their governments. So if I landed in Dubai, if I landed in Qatar, if I landed in Saudi Arabia, if I landed in Netherlands, I have a network there of my classmates.
Yeah.
So when you study networking and cybersecurity, the people you're studying with are going to go and practice it. Now, when they practice it, because you were their classmate, they will be able to buy a house from you. Remember, we usually first buy from people we know, then we go to we get to know, then we trust them, then we buy from them.
Yeah.
And usually our first market are the people we interacted with. So we usually first buy from people we went with to school, then people we met somewhere. So as a must, I want you to finish that degree for 2 reasons. The very first reason, to get a network of people you studied with at ISBAT.
Yeah.
And you know ISBAT has Indians and all that, and those Indians are networked in real estate.
Yeah, surely.
You will study with, you might study with Sudhir's cousin. So these people will be used in real estate. But 2, I usually tell people that the moment you drop out of school, you will be struggling as a parent to convince your kids to stay in school.
Yeah, surely.
Because every time you tell them, go to school, they will be like, but father, where is your degree? You man, you did not go to school, but you're sending us to school. So, it is the information age. Let's conquer the books. But after we conquer the books, we go and conquer the world.
Surely.
I'm a real estate guru, but if you know all my 4 degrees, nothing is in real estate. Statistics, IT, information security. Perhaps I could say that law, we do land transactions and land law, so it helps me in real estate. But if you really look into it, the very first 3 degrees which I conquered had nothing to do with real estate. So I want you to join the fraternity of conquering the degree. If you finished conquering it, you can. But I also meant to ask you, how did you lose money in South Africa?
I sold a house here, and it was around $1 million here in Munyonyo, just my neighbors here.
Okay.
So I made around 100+ million. So I moved to South Africa because I thought South Africa was a land of opportunity for me, and I would apply my money there. I reached there. I find a Congolese guy. He shows me how he does his car business, and I'm a car freak. So I accepted to invest in his business. So I get my money around 500,000 rand. I put it in his business. And then it happens that this guy starts selling cars without my knowledge. And when I confront him about it, so I said, I'm still young and I have the brains to make money. I'm not gonna have to stress about this. It is okay. People lose. But the best thing that I know from losses, me, I take lessons. I don't blame myself. I
have another
how I-
question that is a follow-up question. When you say you were a car freak, what do you mean?
I am into the car fraternity, and I love cars, especially fast cars, and I'm a biker as well. So I'm into adrenaline, because me, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. So
you're into the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
So from just your conversation, what I have heard is you will have to do that degree and finish it.
Yeah.
There is money in real estate, and you have the evidence.
Yeah, surely.
But also, if you're a car freak, there is money in cars. There is money in spare parts. There is money in car importation. You just, the world is for you to take. The world is for you to take. And if you've listened to your mistake very well, you made 100 million from real estate. So it means that no sooner had you given birth to a real estate company than you dumped that baby.
Yeah.
So you are no longer a father in real estate, and you went to give birth to car business and all that. But the master of mistakes is also in the building. Let me hand you over to Dixon, who has a full
kind of respect you get. So start by earning that, because it puts you at certain level on the table.
Yeah.
That is one. So get your degree, and like Newton said, it will be hard for you to tell your children that, go to school when you drop out of school. There is something about not finishing school. There is something bad about, you will reach somewhere, they ask for your credentials, and you will not be able to proceed. And you will not be able to proceed. You'll go for a consultancy in real estate, and they say, we need an individual consultant to help us.
Yeah.
And you find you have all the qualifications.
He will,
apart from that
he will even attend a summit one day, probably in Dubai, and he will be surprised that he's the only one who didn't study. And the summit will be on real estate.
Exactly.
Yes.
So finish that degree good enough. I think you can still do it alongside small time real estate.
Yeah.
You can do it alongside real estate. So finish your degree, it's a good degree. And who knows, you could even find yourself integrating cybersecurity in real estate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how can you help us detect fake land?
Land title.
A platform you've developed. How can I just search from your platform a fake land title and appreciate? So your IT will also come into real estate, and you can integrate it. So you must finish it. The reason you lost money, let me now go to South Africa. The reason you lost money in South Africa is partnership. Class somewhere, and I talked about partnerships. Your partner can kill a business, and they did for you. So before you get them on board, please be sure you need them. I know many startups that you only have your logo and the company name, no bank account yet, but you're fighting over nothing. So there is no money. You haven't made even a single coin, but people are fighting. I even know one where a founder, they had 50% share, but the founder went to DHL, wrote an email. I later sent it to the co-founder, and I want to be the MD. So they were together in office, and the letter from DHL came. That now kills the morale of the partner and the trust. So I would like you to be careful when you're choosing partners. You're better off sometimes solo. For when the guy comes a year later, you say, I can give you 10%, but also 5% will come after 1 year. Then I'll give you another another 5% of another year. Having seen
It's
how
also
you what
and also I was desperate. And this just threw me in a lot of trouble. Being desperate also, because I sat down and I analyzed and learned from my mistake. I was so desperate when I was there.
okay.
All right.
That's
I would like to thank you, Mr. Apartment. I would like to thank live up to this time. Dixon, do you have anything you want to advertise that you want to sell on this platform?
maybe to ask them to follow my Dixon Mushabe on my TikTok account.
Okay.
And there's good content you'll find there.
Okay.
If you can give me a follow on my TikTok account, you'll be happy.
All right. So make sure you're following Dixon Mushabe. Dixon Mushabe. Go and follow. You have to. You are following us because every Sunday when we teach you, then I mean you might you will just be flowing in the knowledge. You were saying.
Yes. No, maybe a word I want to pass on to people.
Okay.
I'm not selling anything. I'm just passing on to people. Please, when it comes to you with an idea, support them. Support your fellow startup. Support your fellow friend who is starting a business, because you will give them feedback, good feedback, so that they improve their product before they go to meet strangers.
And also you will be in the
exactly. So support your friend when they come to you with an idea. Give them the 50K so that advance so they 50K when I was starting my popcorn business.
Yeah.
So that and also you buy so that when the popcorn is bad, because they'll meet strangers. That's all from me. I wish you all the best, people.
Thank you very much, Dixon. Thank you very much, Mr. Apartment. Now, people, remember I told you that 11th April, we are going to have a masterclass at Sarova Portico Hotel, which is behind Ham Shopping Mall, Makere. It's 100,000 if you're paying between now and end of March. If you start thinking about paying in April, it will be 150,000. The number to call is 0706 582 868. I'll say it again, 0706 582 868. That number is my WhatsApp line. When you reach there, you cannot leave without buying something from me. Either you will buy a ticket for the masterclass, or you will buy a plot of land from all the estates I have announced. You remember when I came here with all the titles, or you will buy business advice. That is it from us. I would like to thank you, Dixon, for your time. We've dedicated the full 3 hours to answer your questions. Next Sunday, we shall still be here. If Dixon still has the time, I'll get him such that we share the mind. We want you successful. That's why we dedicate this time. If you wanted this when we are not here, it will be expensive. It would go into your pockets. You will struggle to pay. So we come here. This is our corporate social responsibility. We come here. The masterclass on 11th April will start from 8:30. So we shall have breakfast from the hotel, 8:30 to 1 p.m. The lunch, you will choose where you will have your lunch. I can't choose for you breakfast, then choose also for you lunch. For me, I will choose for you breakfast. You will choose where you will get your lunch from, whether you go to your hotel or home or what. But breakfast is on the house and the learning is on the house. This is something you can't miss. From us, Dixon, you already gave your parting shots?
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay, bye. I think in August we might.